So let's talk about expanding your capacity for wealth. It's important to understand that due to our limiting beliefs, safety patterns, and family inherited loyalties, we have unconsciously and consciously put limits on what we will allow ourselves to make, earn, save, keep in the bank, and feel comfortable having at any one time. You want to see these limiting patterns and blocks as the boundaries or walls of a container that hold it to a certain size. You might experience this as either making a certain income for years and years, like never being able to break through that ceiling or that barrier to get beyond six figures. Or another way is you may have this large increase of money hit your bank account. You're excited, yet something subconsciously happens and you spend it. Or unexpected expenses show up and it just dissipates quickly and you are back to where you had been before. Another way is the income roller coaster, where you make money and then it's gone. And then you have to make it again. It's a feast or famine of doing serial launching in your business. These are very common experiences when you have beliefs about how much money or success you can have. What happens in your system? And when I say system, I mean your conscious, subconscious, and other than conscious selves, is that they all hold a belief or a pattern that says you don't deserve this success, or you didn't earn this, or you have to work harder, you have to sacrifice. You're not worthy of this money. There are so many with so little, you don't deserve to have more. Money is evil or bad. Or another belief might be, you don't know how to manage and be responsible for this kind of money. There are many other similar flavors of these types of limiting beliefs that cause this same experience. It's important to note here, you may recognize these beliefs and you may not, because some of them are unconscious. They're deeply rooted in your subconscious. If you could revise these limiting beliefs significantly and permanently with your conscious brain, you'd already have what you want by now. You would already have done it by now. And I talk about this dynamic in the "Why don't I have what I want yet?" video that you'll find over there to the side. I want to give you an example. When you have your biggest launch ever, beyond anything you've ever done, this increase in income bumps up against a belief about what you deserve, what you're worthy of, what you've earned. This sets off alarm bells in your system. So to calm your system down, the part of you that is resisting the money windfall, your unconscious parts, start to find ways to spend the money, to send it away, to lose it, to the point where the amount in your bank account is at an acceptable amount that doesn't set off any alarm bells. This is your belief set point for money. Your current belief system won't allow you to make more, have more, or keep more. This is where you see income ceilings, roller coaster revenue, etc. So when the amount in your bank account gets depleted again, if you pay attention, when this happens, when that amount goes back down, you'll notice there's some relief on a certain level when the money is gone. Some of that noise, stress, and tension about this large money and not deserving it is quiet again, because that money is gone. And at the same time, another part of your system, a different part, sets off alarm bells that there's no money. The money's gone! And it goes into alarm mode about how to create more, fear, stress, scarcity, overwhelm. There may even be some shame about how the money disappeared or was spent. And that cycle starts all over again. So our limiting beliefs, safety patterns, and family inherited loyalties create this limit, a container of what is allowable, on what we can make, what we can keep and enjoy in regards to our money and our success. The good news is, all of these patterns and limits are revisable. They're all revisable. So if you have an increase of money that happens at a rate that your system has time to adjust, time to integrate to this next level of a safe amount of money, then it doesn't trigger any alarm bells. It won't trigger them. And if there are no alarm bells going off, then there's no need for the money to be depleted, to be spent carelessly, or to have unexpected expenses show up. Your system will allow this increase in money to be included, held, and expanded upon, meaning you can continue to expand your capacity for wealth again and again, pushing out the limits of your money set point container once these limiting patterns and stuck beliefs are revised. As we know, there are no limits cosmically to what you can create. Yet our conscious, subconscious, and other than conscious selves are working within their own limits that they created, and they created them with positive intention. I'll be doing another video on the positive intention of our struggles soon. So subscribe to know when that video pops up soon. Thanks. Anyway, it's just that these limits placed on us by our own consciousness don't serve us anymore, who we are now and what we want now. So it's important to revise them, to update them for what you're really wanting to create, to have and to enjoy today for who you are now. It just makes life so much easier after you revise them and shift them. Now, if you really want to expand your capacity for wealth and be able to do it more efficiently and more quickly, then you are going to have to shift your limiting patterns and your stuck beliefs about money, about yourself, and about success. And you have to do it using how the brain is naturally designed, and also going to the place where these limiting patterns were first formed to get really significant permanent shifts. That will allow the walls of the container to widen, to expand in all directions with ease. What I mean by this is actually getting into the subconscious and other than conscious parts of you who help to create these limiting patterns and blocks to begin with. When you can work with these parts of you, then the shifts can be way more effective, significant, and permanent in a much more natural and easy way, where you don't have to use willpower or struggle against yourself. See, most of the transformational tools and practices you have probably tried are engaging your conscious brain. These are tools like daily affirmations, journaling, seminars, podcasts. These tools are not engaging the parts of your brain that create the blocks to begin with. And when you only engage the conscious brain that's up here for transformation, it's going to take a lot longer to get the change that you want. This is how someone can go to a seminar, read a book, post affirmations for daily repeating, listen to podcasts about limiting patterns, and have great insights and even feel shifts. And yet sometime later feel they are back where they started or only slightly shifted the issue. If you could have these deep shifts consciously from your conscious brain, you'd already have what you want by now. Once you shift these beliefs at their root, where they began, then you can start to expand what your system, conscious, subconscious, and other unconscious selves are willing to allow in and hold. You do have to do this in stages, because if you try to jump from $10,000 a year to $1 million a year, your system will kick it out. It will reject it because it will set off alarm bells. To get your system to allow more money and success, you need to shift the blocks, the limiting patterns, and the stuck beliefs at their source. Then your system expands your capacity for success, for money, for joy and happiness. Once you get all these blocks shifted, revised, and rewired, having what you want can show up so much easier in delightfully surprising ways. Just makes life so much more enjoyable and fun. If you want to learn about how to do this, click the button below, choose a time, and we can connect and chat about it.